Welcome back to a Master and Apprentice podcast. Haven't done one of these in a while. I don't know which screen you're going to be seeing, but you're going to be seeing somebody's screen. So,
Hopefully.
with that in mind, have some fun with this video. You there, Afton? How you doing
Yes,
today?
sir. Doing quite good.
Good. You love to hear it. So we tried doing one of these videos a while ago, and we're both retarded, so it didn't work out. So what's gonna happen is that we're gonna reset everything we said and cut out some of the bad stuff. So I'm gonna get right into the prompts. Afton's spamming me because he's retarded.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get my prompts.
You got this
All right.
ready.
First of all, I wanted to put new video ideas out there. If you have any opinion in this, I think this is new to Afton, but again, we already did this video once. But Afton's also retarded, so he doesn't remember. So new video ideas. Afton, give me your opinion right away.
All right.
After I'm finished explaining.
Yes, sir.
Chat, comments, what you guys think.
After you hear the
If
idea,
these
you have
ideas-
to comment within 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you think it's a terrible idea, please comment. We'll, stay true to it. But if you think it's a good idea, comment. If you like it, if you have no opinion, then just hit that subscribe and like. Otherwise, new video ideas. I was thinking about doing a series explaining different Star Wars things. Like like just defining, different characters, different point of views, kind of. That way, I don't know, kind of gives it.
You could have
more of
different
a
little
spin.
seasons that go specifically into certain characters. I like that idea.
Yeah, and it goes to different, the good guys, the bad guys, the prequels, the sequels, the movies, the shows.
All of it.
Explain different clones, different clone guns. Like it could be
and may the force be
fun.
with you.
Real deep
You know?
into the lore, yeah.
Yeah, and that way we get to study more Star Wars.
That's
Make
something I
easy
need.
An
content.
Imperial position needs to be captured
So-
before we can advance further.
So I
ready
think
to
it's a good
attack.
idea. What do you think,
I
Afton?
think so too. I mean, I like that idea. Yeah. I don't know who we'd start on, but I mean, if you know something, that
We probably start on clones,
If clones,
but
yeah.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like the idea overall.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Alright. You got any other video ideas? You got it.
Yep. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know whose screen you're gonna be watching, but watching my screen, I'm going clutch right here.
Watching mine, you know,
Or
I'm sucking.
the other idea, the What If series. We've kind of done it in the past. We haven't really made it into a series. We just kind of put it in one of our Battlefront videos, where it's just us talking and hanging out. Pretty much streaming and then putting it on YouTube. So we're like, what if this happened? We never,
Yeah.
What if we made it into a series?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Mace Windu series, like what if he actually killed Palpatine? There's like actual consequences in killing Palpatine. And that has consequences against other people,
Yeah.
It's like just like those little things, we can make a whole video out of one thing. We can make a whole bunch of series, like it's easy content. The quality of the video, like what's going on the screen is kind of weird. This is why it's kind of a podcast, because our screen play and what we put on the screen is usually retarded.
Yeah. That's
We
secondary.
can talk about Star Wars. Okay. Yeah. If you've watched our videos, our visuals
Yeah,
for our
like
videos
the most
is
recent
definitely
we've been
not
doing,
our primary.
Book of Boba Fett, and like we don't have
Yeah.
anything to do that because I'm not about to pirate the show and put it up there for you.
Exactly. We're just talking. We don't really want to put our faces because, we don't really care. We probably will eventually, but that's not what we do right now.
Yeah.
You know that we're not putting our primary interest in, visuals for our videos. We're just trying to talk and get the word out in different Star Wars facts and things like that. So that's kind of secondary. But those two video ideas, I've thought about. I don't remember if I explained them often to you, and if I have, I don't remember if you remember or
You
not.
probably did.
What do you think
but
about both
I
of
like them both.
Like I said, we've recorded this video, so I definitely have. I don't remember if you remember or not.
I think it's a good idea overall.
Which one do you like better?
I gotta be honest. I like the What If series a lot. I mean, they're pretty similar ideas, honestly.
and we don't even know how we do it. Like sometimes we might just like actually write like, okay, this is how we think it's gonna go. We talk about it, we write about it, and then we explain it in a story, or we literally tongue it out as we're going and like we explain it. Like actually, I think this is what happened. We don't even know. That could literally two different video possibilities how we do it.
I think I prefer the what's it called? Get a couple prompts just to like outline. Oh yeah, this is what we could be doing if we want to, and then we just take it from there.
We're getting Jedi
I see a lot of people doing like a story where like, they actually write it out beforehand. I like just like going out different possibilities. Usually when you change one outcome, it does change more than one possibility, right?
Exactly the whole point of our what if series.
Right. So I like that too. Yeah. Put in the comments though, guys, what you think. You know, these Battlefront 2 videos are fun, but they're more of a streaming thing. We can't always do this content. We need other actual good content ideas, like what ifs and things like that. Put in the comments what you want. I know most people just click the video and like it. If you're at this point when you're watching, please comment what you would want. It helps us confirm what you guys want.
Plus, we want the content is directed to you that you guys actually like. We don't want to expect that no one likes. I mean, we'll try to still have fun with it, but
for real, we'd have fun with it, but it's no fun making a video, you know, if you guys don't want to see it, then it's not really fun. It's fun when we can share it with you guys. So, there's actually a bunch of other things relating to the Boba Fett series that's already come out. Most of these are just rumors, but, you know, Boba Fett's still only like 2 episodes in. It might even be 3rd episode in by the time this video is out.
yeah.
So, with that being said, some things were, Grogu's, there's a bunch of rumors. Like, apparently there's supposed to be a rumor of how, if we find out how Boba Fett gets the dent in his armor, because we don't ever see that. Apparently we don't ever see that. I thought we saw it, but apparently we don't ever see it. There's rumor of one of the bounty hunters from the original trilogy that show up, like Bosk and IG.
Yeah, whenever they all showed up,
yep. Yeah. There's apparently they're all rumored. At least 1 or 2 of them are rumored to show up. I'm hoping it's Bosk, but you know, be Dengar would be cool.
Yeah, Bosk is talked about a lot. I think he's really cool character as well. Granted, I also like him in Battlefront. I like the game, but that's not it.
We don't really have a lot of content on either of those characters, so I mean, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of like show and movie content. Obviously, there's lots of comics and novels, things like that. So that was there. There's the whole Kathleen Kennedy extension for 3 years on her contract. I don't remember if you remember her after.
I do.
That's the president of Star Wars cabinet in Disney. So if you liked her content or not, she is she's staying here. And she kind of had a hard play in a lot of content. Like, she's had a lot to say, which is why people don't really like her, because like she's kind of like overbearing, I guess. I don't know. Obviously I don't know her, so I can't put too much word into it, but I don't know. I guess she's very overbearing. Like, she's like, she wants it her way or it's the highway, you know? Yeah, kind of how she is, I guess, with making movies. But we'll see. We'll see how these next 2 years go with her. Got anything on that after?
No. I mean, it is what it is, and we'll see how it goes.
As long as Dave Filoni and the other guy, what's the other guy's name after him?
Dave Filoni. I was about to say Russo.
There's 2 guys, Dave Filoni and I can't remember. I always say his name. Here, let me look. Maybe I have it in my notes. Nope. Apparently, I don't have it in my notes. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. That's the other one.
Jon Favreau.
Well, they both have made really good stuff. They make I think they both worked on The Mandalorian. I think they both worked in Clone Wars.
That's the.
I think they're both working on Boba Fett currently. I think they both have some shows in Disney Plus coming out this year. So Kenobi. Actually, no, they're not working on Kenobi. I know that. That's some Asian lady. Can't remember her name, but regardless, though, as long as they're in there, I feel like there's some safe haven, because like out of nowhere, The Mandalorian was good out of all the Star Wars content that was coming out. So I'm not too worried about that.
Fear is the path to
Uh,
the dark side.
I had a couple what if things, like different what if ideas, like what if Jar Jar had a IQ higher than a potato. These are kind of just for me and Afton.
Yeah,
But,
I remember that. That was. I mean, he could have like
that was a
actually.
good idea.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have benefited, and I think it would have like also caused problems there. You know, because like sometimes him being an autist really led to some good things happening,
Yeah.
especially in the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of fun facts, I guess, kind of in our videos, for these videos. Like I never thought about it this way, kind of a thing. So I read the Rogue One Catalyst book, which is really good actually. It's probably like one of the top 3 or top 5 books. I was a big fan of it. It didn't have a lot of action, but it had a lot of good lore in it, like, for real. And one of the things was like it was talking about the Death Star, right? A lot about the Death Star and the creation, and how it was created by whom and when. And I guess I never realized the Death Star was created like during the middle of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, like way back then. I only
Yeah,
say yeah because I remember you saying this last time we recorded.
Like during this, yeah, during the second battle of Geonosis, middle of the war. Which I'm pretty sure that was the middle of year 1 of 3 years of Clone Wars. So that's pretty impressive that he made it that far into the, the war with the Republic and all of that, and people either just didn't notice or just didn't care that he was creating this giant weapon, you know?
Yeah, I mean he obviously kept it on the racks, but something to be that big, that existing that long, you also gotta have people just not trying to look for it.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool that he not created, like he hid that from the public, and the way he did tell it, if people were hiding it, or like people like found out, I guess he would like tell people, like, we stole these plans from the Separatists, so obviously they're creating their own weapons, so we have to have our weapon ready. Like he was very manipulative the whole time. And I just thought it was a cool point of view you could have of it. It's like, we always think of like, how are people so dumb? Or why don't we see it this way? It's like, because like we see it from a third person, not in the moment view, right?
Exactly.
We're not victims of the moment, but in Star Wars, they're they're characters, so they're part of the moment. So it's cool to like step back, and see like, oh, they did this because they thought they were actually doing good or whatever. Like,
yeah, they trusted this man.
So I thought that was cool. I also thought this was cool. So you know how like a lot after the Clone Wars, essentially like during the original trilogy, people don't like droids, so like no droids here, or things like that.
Yeah.
And I guess it's because during the Clone Wars, droids were notorious. They were the bad guys to the Republic, to most of the galaxy, right? Very few of the galaxy, like the Separatists, obviously like them, but even then, like the droids were notorious. They were gruesome, like killed lots of people, and so I guess it had an everlasting effect. I don't know if this is George Lucas' original plan, like he had planned, like droids were bad for a reason, but I guess nerds put it this way: it's like droids are bad in the original trilogy because droids were bad in prequels, and it had an everlasting effect, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense too that that whenever the first order was taken, not the first order, the Empire was taking over, that they didn't use the droids because the droids had been for years just known as dispute between everyone, and a whole bunch of people wouldn't accept them just because they were the face of the Separatists, whether or not they actually were. I mean, it's just something that, oh yeah, these people came to our people, I say droids, I mean, these droids came to our planet and massacred us, or they prevented shipping lines and made it so we starved to death. Then just taking that face away makes it just seem less like they're actually them. Not that they weren't, the Empire wasn't impressive, but it makes it just more less attached.
I definitely agree. It's just a cool, again, point of view, perspective, however you want to put it. It's just a cool way to look at it differently.
Something that was mentioned in this video that Sammy told me as a fun fact. What is the Cantina Band music called?
Oh, Yeah. This is what I told him in the original. I told him this in the original video we did of this, and I didn't want to do it a second time around. But since he mentioned it, if you didn't know already, the jazz kind of music in Star Wars that you hear in the cantinas, like in Boba Fett and A New Hope, that genre of music is called jizz.
Jizz.
And if you think I'm kidding, look it up. It was approved by George Lucas and that crew when they first made it. That's what they thought. They thought it. Because I'm guessing jizz wasn't just. It didn't mean what it meant now.
Yeah, I
obviously, back in the
mean,
day as
it
much.
makes sense to think about it. You know, it's like, hey, let's just mess with one little letter here and make it sound slightly different. I mean, I completely get what they're doing, but it's just hilarious that it's completely unrelated. That's what that turned into.
Yeah, it is very funny. I completely agree. Other point of view things, not point of view, news, rumors, I guess. I don't remember if I said it, but Grogu is rumored to be in Mandalorian, which leaves the question, who do you think he's going to show up with? Do you think it's going to be Luke? Or Din Djarin?
It's obviously not going to be the Mandalorian. That would have been something the Mandalorian.
That's who Din Djarin is.
Oh shit, really? No, I wasn't like really that. I'm more like, I don't think it's gonna show up with Din Djarin. I don't think it's gonna show up with Mandalorian.
Nah, me neither.
I mean,
I don't know. I could, but I feel like that would like they'd skip too far ahead in the future, and that would be like, well, we already know what's gonna happen to Mandalorian. Gonna get back with him, so it kind of ruined the plot for people if they wanted to watch the next season of Mandalorian whenever that comes out. I think it's supposed to come out at the end of this year or beginning of next year. Never know.
but either way,
yeah.
I don't see that happening for a number of reasons. So, I mean, I kind of hope
You
that
don't see
doesn't
him-
happen too.
You don't see Grogu showing up, or
No,
just
Grogu
Din
showing
Djarin?
up with Din Djarin.
Yeah. Well, it's not for sure he's supposed to be showing up, but
If he does,
I mean,
I don't think that's the way they should do it.
oh, I agree. I think it should be with either Luke, which I don't know why Luke would be in Boba Fett. So I think it should be with, I don't know. I guess Luke makes the most sense because, you know, it's Jabba's palace and I
But
don't
of
know, he has
course-
some ties to it. Or the reason I think it could be Luke is because there's a big rumor that Han Solo is supposed to be like the big, you know, Luke was the big guy to show up in Mandalorian. Han Solo is supposed to be the big guy that shows up at the end of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Which that in itself is awesome to think about. Get, you know, another Han Solo cameo, or the fact that Luke could be coming to save Han Solo or show up with Han Solo. Regardless, that would be awesome content to see in live action again.
Yeah. And I mean, there'd have to be some explaining, but I mean, even if they put him with Luke, there'd have to be some explaining. So, I mean, I could see that
Well,
happening
this is after Return of the Jedi, so there's not a lot of stuff that's already made. There's a lot of open space, easy stuff to write. They gotta keep some script. Like Luke is, I'm pretty sure Luke at this point, Luke is trying to make the Jedi Temple. And this is before Kylo Ren went crazy. So you gotta keep some of that script, which is why he has Grogu, right? Like he's trying to make the
Yeah.
Jedi Temple again. The guy kind of keeps that script, but it is Han Solo, so he could show up to help him if he gets captured or something. You know, maybe Boba Fett's trying to seek revenge, or
Or someone's
Anything.
just like trying to smuggle, and then Grogu gets caught up in that somehow. But Grogu
Yeah,
gets, like,
lots of different ways
there's so
he
many
could show
ways
up.
he could put it in.
So there's that. There's so I was reading my Revenge of the Sith novelization, which is amazing. If you haven't read it, go read it. But we always had a question, like how does Shaak Ti die? Because I don't remember if either of us remember. We've seen the Clone Wars she gets stabbed, but we don't actually see it. We see a deleted scene where she gets stabbed by General Grievous, so we thought maybe that was it. But we don't actually see her death. So this is how I see it, you know. So in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin does kill her. She's like one of the only Jedi Masters at the temple. It's Sindralik, and then there's Shaak Ti at the temple, right? Everyone else is at the, you know, Outer Rims,
Yeah.
right? But the Revenge of the Sith was no longer canon, but whatever. It's canon because, you know, what's his name? George Lucas like signed off on it. Like he gave the script of Revenge of the Sith to Matthew Stover, who is the author of this novel. And then when, you know, Matthew Stover was done writing it, he brought it back to George Lucas, like, all right, is this okay? And then he's like, I changed a couple of things, but yes. And so this novel is essentially canon, right? Because he's like, all right, everything in this book lines up with the movie. So
Yeah.
in my mind, that means it's canon. Because like, how else? I mean,
Because
How's
it's
you
not a
gonna put it?
legend, is it?
I don't think it's legend. There's a couple things in it that are like talk about legend stuff, so that's why it's not considered canon anymore. It has some things like, you know, the whatever her name is. She died in one of the books, Shatterpoint, right? She turned to the dark side and basically had to kill her. But in, you know, Bad Batch, she's killed by clones, remember? And
Yeah.
Caleb has to run away. So obviously that's not canon anymore, right? But in the Revenge of the Sith book, when it was written, that book was still canon, right? So
Yeah.
it refers to that at some point. It
Oh.
refers to Deep returning to the dark side. So people are like, well, it can't be canon anymore because she doesn't return to the dark side.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't really go into detail. It just mentions it. So like the rest of the book is still pretty much canon in my opinion. But it doesn't really go into detail. It goes into detail about like Anakin when he's helping Palpatine from General Grievous' ship, right? So like, how can that? Right. So like, that's still canon. Like, why isn't the rest of the book canon? Right? Like, there's those things that it mentioned. Okay, obviously those aren't canon. You don't have to like go into hard detail about it. I don't know. I feel like it's still canon. And it should be. And if you say it's not, well, that's baloney. Because, I mean, George Lucas literally wrote off on it. Like, yeah, this is canon. So why wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not one of the guys who's like, okay, the sequels aren't canon. I'm not like one of those guys. But this is original content approved by George Lucas, so why would it not be canon? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if something George Lucas was canon, not isn't canon, what is?
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. We'll probably finish after this game, Afton,
Yeah.
and content viewers. Oh, this is cool. So I was, I actually forget what it's. I heard it from a different podcast. I can't remember. I'll give the credit to Star Wars Theory. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. He's amazing. You probably have. He's one of the biggest Star Wars content creators on YouTube. So if you've never heard of him, I'm a little shocked. But definitely check him out. He's amazing. I forget which book he was reading from, but Kylo Ren at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, remember? Not Revenge of the Sith. Return of the Skywalker. Remember when he's killing all those people and he's running through the Red Woods?
Yeah.
Apparently, that is Mustafar.
What?
Yes, hear me out. Mustafar, that waypoint finder he finds when he's trying to find, Exegol, he finds the waypoint finder, and he's like, oh, finally. And he goes to find Sidious, that's how he finds him.
Yeah.
That is at the destroyed remains of Darth Vader's castle.
Oh my god. Wow.
And this is canon. You read it from the novelization of that movie, from the Return of the Skywalker novel. So that's actually canon. It's not like I just made it up.
That is so cool. So
So
they
it's-
actually did bring it back.
Yeah, so Vader's castle, and that was Mustafar. That's all canon. They didn't say in the movie, which I thought would be cool if they did, but apparently it's canon that he
Yeah.
went to Mustafar and he went to Vader's castle. The remains of Vader's castle, obviously, it's destroyed. All that brick and like to waste you see in the movie, that's the remains of Vader's castle. Apparently it was destroyed. Don't know when. Hope we'll see that at some point. The destruction of that castle. Barely even seen it, any content on it at all, so it'd be nice to see at least the destruction of it, you know?
Yeah. For sure.
So yeah, I thought that was cool that it was at Vader's castle. You know?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? After?
All the. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they added that, and I mean, I don't know. It makes sense. I wonder how they're gonna tie that into the plot next, because now they kind of have to do something
Well,
with
I mean-
Vader's guy. I mean, they don't have to, but
It would be nice to get an explanation.
Yeah, an explanation, you know, a little bit extra. Why did he choose to go to Mustafar? You know?
Well, because Vader's castle had the waypoint finder.
Oh,
Trying
yeah,
the waypoint
yeah.
finder so you could go to Sidious.
Sorry, I haven't watched it.
I mean, that makes... No, it's fine. That makes sense. I haven't watched it either. I just know that's what he said. And it's more interesting, though, that he went to Mustafar and they acknowledged, prequels and wrote good good content about it. But it does beg the question of how was his castle destroyed and all of that.
Yeah. Like, you think just, yeah, that is.
Probably just people battling over, who gets what. Or cities are like, too many secrets here. They're full of shit out.
Very possible.
Cities doesn't take crap from nobody.
Politicians tend not to.
Yeah. So,
That's all he
yeah.
was, right?
I thought that, yes. That's nothing else. Thought that was a cool tidbit. Oh, cool. Oh, this is a cool fact. It's not really important. It's not that big. So, in a deleted scene in episode 1. So this isn't necessarily canon. It can be, I guess, depending how you look at it, because it was deleted scene, so it's part of the script, but not really at the same time. But they decided to show it because it still is. I don't know. Kind of you can decide for yourself how you view this. Regardless, Qui-Gon yells at Obi-Wan for not putting a certain tube or a lock or whatever on his lightsaber when they plunge in the water of Naboo. Because I guess lightsabers are not waterproof at this point, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But
Our assault is a success
well, in this
thanks to
video
your
after
courage
this,
and sacrifice. The Rebel
apparently,
Alliance is honored to have you.
he yells at him. Kit Fisto joins the academy at this point, and you make your own lightsaber, right? Apparently, people just didn't do it, but you were able to make your lightsaber a certain way so it didn't short out. And Kit Fisto was the first one to start doing it more often because obviously he's native to the water, and we see him do it all the time. And so when he does that, a lot of Jedi start doing that. So that's how Anakin does it. He learns that Kit Fisto did it, and he wanted to do it. So
And that's
when you see
why he made
Anakin,
Ahsoka do it too. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's cool to see that chain reaction of one Jedi doesn't,
Yeah.
because most Jedi don't, and then one Jedi
person
does,
went
Kit
into the
Fisto.
problem,
Yeah,
and they
it's
all
cool.
followed it.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, me too.
So I thought that was cool. Just that little chain reaction. Again, different perspectives are cool to look at. I also thought this was awesome. Fun fact. Lightsabers don't emit heat,
What?
but it's just, yes, they don't emit heat, but it's just light that is so strong that it it cuts, right?
Why does it
So,
stop
light
by
is-
there?
Well, let me finish. So light when you look at it blinds you, right?
Yeah.
This is so strong that it doesn't, instead of binding you, it's so strong that it just cuts through everything.
Dang.
And it stops at a certain point because it has a handle, so it has a capacity. It can't extend forever.
A limiter,
Right?
yeah.
Light doesn't extend forever. Just because the sun's in the air doesn't mean it lights up the whole planet. It has its capacities. But regardless, I thought that was cool. I never looked at it a way that it doesn't emit heat, but it's just light.
I
Which
used to
is
think
cool,
that
'cause-
it was like a really, really tiny blade of heat, pretty much. Not like blade. Yeah, blade of heat,
Exactly.
like extremely tiny.
Especially when
so
you
that-
see
cut through
Kylo Ren's
metal.
lightsaber. You see Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and you're like, well, that's definitely heat. 'Cause it's like sizzling. But his is special because he cracked his kyber crystal, right?
Mhm.
So, but that's
Yeah.
cool perspective. I just thought that was interesting. When I heard that, I was like, whoa, I never thought about it that way. It's a lightsaber because it's just light. It's pure light. It's so
Huh.
powerful light that it just cuts through objects, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
And
And
that
then, go ahead.
That
Sorry.
makes sense of the explosion of that huge kyber crystal in Rebels, whenever it all
Oh
blows
yeah.
up
Yep.
in such a
Yep.
weird manner.
Yeah, for real. It definitely is. I just never thought about it that way. Everyone thinks, they just think heat because it can cut through anything, right? And
Yeah.
what's super strong in our world that we, connect to that can cut through and destroy objects is heat. So automatically our brains connect to that, but I thought that was cool. And then lastly, when me and Afton were talking about, we were trying to set up a recording platform to make our videos quality a little bit better. I was looking at one of our old videos, our newest video, I think it is. Well, it might not be the newest by the time this comes out, obviously. But the episode 2 review of Boba Fett, if you look at his arm, he's sitting on the chair, and he has, the whistling birds, or whatever they're called. The that Mandalorian gets in episode 3, maybe, whatever he gets in season 1 with that thing he gets on his wrist, and it shoots out and it like kills the guys. It's like tiny little missiles almost, and it
Yeah.
like tracks the enemies and kills them right away. Remember that? In season 1 of Mandalorian, it's on his wrist.
Yep.
And they're like little blue things that track. That thing that's on his wrist, it's on the same wrist that Boba Fett.
Oh, it is?
So I don't know if he's just out of ammo or something, but if you look at a picture of his wrist, he has that same exact thing.
Even though he lost his arm, he got it back somehow, or got another one, I guess. That's
Exactly. We don't know where it came from, but still, it's cool that he has that.
Yeah.
Right? So another mystery to look out for in Boba Fett. If he either gets a refill or however that works, it's cool to look out for.
found the what's it called? The people not the Tusken Raiders, the little sand people. He found them and was like, yeah, let's just kill you and take my stuff back. But that wouldn't make sense because he didn't find all of it. I don't know. That is crazy. Interesting to think about.
It's fun content. Well, I think that's it then. You got anything else, Afton?
Nope, that's about it.
I don't know whose screen you're gonna be viewing. We're gonna be viewing one of our screens, so have fun with whoever you viewed. Yeah, comment about those what if ideas or the defining videos, because those would be fun to know what you guys would prefer. But with that, that's it. Hit that like, please. Hit that subscribe, please. Share this with people. Make our channel, reach out further. Make it bigger, please. Helps with everything. Makes content more fun to make. And when the content's more fun to make, we make better quality content. And when we make better quality content, you guys will like it better. So just help reach out. It helps everything. Makes a good system. Anything else? Anything
That's
else,
it.
Afton?
That's it for me.
All right. With that, I think that's it. Bye.
Bye.